5 his year. Well, it's, where are we? About a third of the way through, and he needs to get cracking.
And here he is now, the aspirationalist, also the #1 contender to the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship. No doubt was watching Erica Reid's performance against Nate Hunter earlier this evening, but right now he needs to make sure his attention is on someone that knows Erica Reid, that Erica knows really well too. The recently rebirthed, the recently returned Johari. Lochy Hendricks has his hands full tonight.
And what a message it would send to Erica Reid for Lochy Hendricks to have a win over Johari here tonight.
Well, the other side of the coin is also true, Shane Hero, that if Johari gets through with the victory, that would be a psychological boost in a way for Erica, given the connection between those two people. So certainly lots at stake here in this match, and the usual, well, confidence. I'll be diplomatic from the aspirationalist.
The evolution of the aspirationalist over the last 12 months has certainly become something to see. He sees everything in his future as a foregone conclusion, and that future includes Mayhem Pro Gold as he seeks to defeat the internet champion Erica Reid at some point in the future at a time of his choosing. But right now he's got to get through this man. Here's Johari. A surprise appearance by Johari at the last Mayhem Pro showcase in tag action, taking the cycle, or what's remaining of the cycle, by complete and utter surprise. An impressive return, an impressive showing by Johari, and then he certainly made his intentions well known, laying out Lochy Hendricks with a massive spear. And you should go to Mayhem Pro's YouTube page, find the last showcase show, because the confrontation between these two gentlemen was something to see. This match, well, dare I say it, Shane Hero and Zali Gold, we're potentially heading into banger territory with these two. Johari with something to prove tonight against the aspirationalist Lochy Hendricks.
Well, that is very, very true. Johari laid down the challenge, and the aspirationalist wanting to make it his year, but Johari perhaps getting in the way. So there's motivation there, but of course Johari back in the friendship with Erica Reid. This is going to be, there's just so much stacked into this match. I don't know what we could really expect here.
This will be interesting to watch tonight. Johari, this is his first big outing, his first big singles outing since returning from injury. It'll be interesting to see just how much, if any, ring rust Johari is bringing into this match. He needs to be in his A game against Lochy Hendricks.
Lochy Hendricks certainly an experienced veteran, but Johari has that enthusiasm. He wants back and work hard after a mild to moderate concussion kept him out for a while. He's ready to roll this.
Johari flinging Lochy Hendricks into the corner, now unloading on him with right and left hooks. Back into the corner, charging Lochy Hendricks, and a big splash into the corner. Johari is on fire. Well, he certainly looks like he hasn't missed a beat since being out.
He's been training where he can. Obviously couldn't do full training, but as soon as he was cleared, he was back into top gear, and now he's ready to come back into the ring, and there's that energy. Wow, Lochy Hendricks feeling it, and he's feeling it even more now as he comes back into the ring the hard way.
Well, you saw what Lochy Hendricks was doing there, the motion there that he was making. He's implying that perhaps this is a strategy. This isn't playing possum. He's letting Johari perhaps wear himself out.
We certainly would not put that past the aspirationalist, one of the most cerebral competitors getting around Australian wrestling. That is why he's the #1 contender to the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship. But right now, he has got his hands full. Johari lining up in the corner. Hendricks playing possum, manages to sidestep and slings Johari into the turnbuckle, falls through the ropes. Johari on the outside. A moment of respite now for the aspirationalist.
As much as I hate to say it, Shane Hero, I think he could have been right there in terms of the playing possum, but whatever it was, it's certainly given the advantage back over to the aspirationalist.
Johari thrown into the ring post by Lochy Hendricks. That will certainly turn the tide of the match. And when we talk about the concussion issues the injuries that Johari has sustained, that is not a position he wants to be in. And now Lochy Hendricks working over the left arm, sending it into the turnbuckle, or to the ring post rather as well. Back into the ring, goes for the cover, one. Only a single count, Johari managing to kick out.
Hendricks is a strategist of the finest type. Everything he does is considered, is thought out. When you see him taking on some damage, more often than not, it's a calculated decision. He knows when to take the punishment and when to strike. And that's exactly what he's doing now.
Johari trying to fire back there, but a modified code breaker, again working on the arm by Lochy Hendricks. He's got a clear strategy in mind for this match tonight. Once again managing to control the pace and stay in control of this match. Johari needs to recompose himself here and try work his way back in, get something into rock, as Lochy Hendricks continues to work over the left arm.
Well, Hendricks is strategic and he's creative.
Another pin attempt. 1, 2. Johari, a very clever, if not unconventional pin attempt there. Zali, go back to you.
Well, yeah, Hendricks is strategic and creative, and we're seeing that now as he's continuing to find ways to work on the arm, the left arm of Johari, the sadistic spirit, and also crafty we're seeing there. And this is the advantage that Lochy Hendricks has. He knows his best way to work things, and he's doing it right now. And Johari's going to have to find some of that sadistic spirit to get himself back into this match.
Returning to the left arm again does Lochy Hendricks, as Johari feeling every bit of the targeting of Lochy Hendricks.
That's it. Look, he's zeroing in on a body part. He knows what he's doing. Hendricks is working the arm now.
Well, the crowd's certainly not taking to the aspirations of Lochy Hendricks here. I don't think we can repeat that chant on the airwaves, but I think all the viewers out there can get a really clear sense of what Colac think of Lochy Hendricks.
They're mispronouncing aspirationalist, I think.
Right, okay. Well, there's a possible case of confusion there. But whatever, there's no confusion about the fact right now that Lochy Hendricks is on top in this match.
Reversal by Johari, sending Lochy Hendricks into the corner. Big elbow, now a big boot rocking Johari. And straight onto the back, Lochy Hendricks into a sleeper. Once again, working at slowing down the pace, and it's the right strategy to take. Johari relies on his explosiveness, on his speed, on his aggression. Lochy Hendricks doing the right thing strategy-wise, trying to slow this down with the sleeper, although Johari, look at the strength of Johari, now dragging Lochy Hendricks over, reaches the rope. Referee Sam Addison. Oh, that should have been a break there, I think, although now what's going on here?
It should have been a break, but Johari doesn't seem to want to break. He's continuing. He keeps going.
Both men finding themselves in a precarious situation here as they ascend the turnbuckles.
Could be some sort of break the hard way, I think, if Johari has his way.
Sends him back. My goodness, Samoan drop from the second rope. Both men, though, rattled on the ground. Johari, that would have taken a lot of the breath out of him as well. I think he suffered just as much from that Samoan drop from the second rope as Lochy Hendricks has.
I think this might be the advantage that you're going to see from Johari is unpredictability. Who would have thought that he would be willing to sacrifice himself to such a degree in order to inflict damage on Hendricks?
Both men pulling themselves into the corner. Hendricks charging, goes for a splash and misses. Johari, a big clothesline taking him down. Hendricks back up for a reverse elbow there. My goodness, the action is fast and furious now. And drops into the driver. Goes to the cover. 1, 2. Oh, 2.5. Hendricks managing to kick out.
Hendricks managing to kick out. Johari has sort of worked his way back into this match after we thought he was done after that sleeper. And then there's Samoan drop, as you said. And that's that energy and enthusiasm that we see from Johari. And now he's looking for a big suplex.
Gets him up, but Hendricks manages to reverse, rolls him into a pin. Manages to kick out of 2, though, does Johari. Hendricks, big spear tackle in the middle of the ring, reminiscent of what we saw back at the Mayhem Showcase, albeit with the shoe on the other foot. This time Hendricks taking down Johari with a big spear. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg, Addison in. 1, 2. Oh, kick out at 1 by Johari. And Johari firing up here in the corner. Hendricks can't believe it that he got out so quickly. And now Hendricks charging in, but absolutely does nothing. He runs into a brick wall. It is Johari riding up in the corner. We're going to see the spear from Johari himself. Hendricks pulling himself to the feet with the ropes, but he's not going to like this. Big spear from Johari turns him inside out. If Johari can get the cover here, this might be it. Hooks the leg, Sam Addison in, 1, 2. Oh, Lochy Hendricks gets his foot on the middle rope at the last moment.
That was no coincidence. He knew exactly where he was at every second. He knew what he was doing there.
There is no denying the veteran instinct of Lochy Hendricks, but there's also no denying the determination, the desire of Johari. Squaring up, lining up Lochy Hendricks. Johari wants to finish him off. Signaling, he's calling for the end. Is he going to be able to get him up? He does no! Hendricks slips at the back, reverses it. Johari, low blow. The referee didn't see. Hendricks low blows Johari. Jumps in the back, locks in the sleeper once again. Does Johari have enough left in the tank to be able to get out? He's not in an ideal position to reach the ropes. He's fading fast. Referee Sam Addison reaches up. Arm drops once, arm drops twice. If it goes down one more time, this match is over. And it is. Lochy Hendricks choking out Johari to claim victory here in Colac.